Hey everyone, welcome to the Life Happens podcast. I'm your host, Grace. And as you guys know, the Life Happens podcast is a podcast where we take our spirituality with everyday practical things to create this beautiful balance. Yo, why is it when I start, my kids have to walk in and now they want to use the freaking microwave? Why?
Tweaking.
You couldn't use it 5 minutes ago, my guy. Now you hungry. Now you want to eat. Anyway, this topic today is he's just not into you, which is interesting. But before we get into that, we have two guests and I'm so excited. I know you old guys, but we're going to introduce our new guest though. So we have Mika. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
So Mika's from King King, and she agreed last minute to come on. So, girl, I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then we have CJ. Old, faithful CJ.
All right, we're heading with y'all, man.
Hey. See,
Y'all good?
Okay, I'm pretending like I don't know where he's from. He's from Elevate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my boy. I'm CJ. Y'all know me. I'm from Elevate, man. One half. I don't know when we gonna go back on air. Whenever, Justin and Cornbread get right, that's when we're gonna be back on. But it's, hey, I'm glad to see everybody. Hold on. You said what?
What does that mean? Is that like a terminology? Who's Cornbread?
Cornbread is his son, Justice, the little baby boy. Yeah, we just call him. Well, they call him Cornbread. I just, I start calling him Cornbread too. So
let me tell you where I wanted to go. I'm so glad I allowed you to explain because I was going to go on a tangent.
Oh wow!
I was gonna go on a tangent.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Because I've been noticing shit. That's not my business. Yeah. My scalp got itchy. Anyway, hey Felicia. Yo, yesterday was Felicia's birthday. Do you know she's born on the 4th of July?
Oh, happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. Real talk. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I also talk today. You look so pretty. I like your video. I watched it today. Felicia, she is like, she doing her thing. Her vinyls. She does these videos where she shows what food she ate. Girl, any place that she's been to, you want to visit it because she does such a great job with that.
Thank you. Yay, me.
Tonya, can you please tell us your good news, girl?
Me, I just got a job offer that's a really, really good, amazing one. Put me back in the industry I was in before. And so we're opening a Dallas location. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm waiting to close a couple contracts on some of my marketing stuff. I am a marketing consult. I specialize in mostly digital. I have traditional event planning, event marketing, and now I also do influencer and affiliate marketing as well.
Okay, girl. Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, those videos, y'all start getting viral and stuff. Y'all need someone to negotiate them contracts for y'all. I got it.
And you'll want to use Tonya because I used to be Tonya's supervisor and she can sell you your own pair of panties.
Oh,
okay. Right on.
No, Tonya is really good at what she does. She can talk to anybody and don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm really good. I build relationships. I don't sell. I am a consultant. I build relations. I find solutions for whatever it is I'm doing. So
no, you're good at what you do. So I have some exciting news. Well, it's past news though. I was kid-free for 2 days. Yeah, 3 nights and 2 days. Do you know I know what to do with myself, y'all? Like I have in a minute. Okay, it felt amazing. Like I was excited about that. But anyway, let's jump into the topic. He's just not into you.
Lord Jesus.
I know. Like, okay, why do we do this? Why do we meet these men and we think, oh, this is gonna be my baby daddy, my husband. I want to let me tell you, I'm not looking for something serious. I just, I want to kick it. And then we think, oh, I'm gonna change his mind. Why did we do that?
Mm.
And then he wastes 5 freaking years of your time because you think you can change him. Now, sometimes situations do work out where he may choose you because we all know in relationships, right? The man leads the relationship. He decides whether we're going to be in a relationship and
Yeah.
we decide whether we're going to have sex. Just what it is. But so what's yours, guys? Have you ever experienced this? We're going to start with Tonya. Have you experienced this before?
All the time. Like it happens. It
So,
happens.
so you feel like you can convince somebody even if they tell you?
Oh no, I don't do that. I don't know. I don't try to convince anybody. I thought you meant like if people, why? Like when I think, oh, this is, I can do that. I don't try to convince them. I let them show me. My magic rule was twice, because first you got to get to know me and digest me as a person, and then it's like, okay, but after you tell me twice, like, yeah, we good. Just don't. But one thing I found out is most guys, they get upset when they say that to you, and then they see you move on to someone else.
But why are you mad though? You said
I don't. You didn't want me. You didn't want me, and so. Yeah, I mean, but as far as like trying to convince them, no, there's no convincing. I mean, there's just not, like, for what?
yeah, because I think sometimes as women we're not realistic and we're not grounded. Like the mother sucker told you, I don't want something serious, right? And then you were like, no, I'm gonna change this ninja. So Mika, have you ever experienced something like that?
Yeah, unfortunately. But I was in my 20s. You think you can change the world in your 20s.
Right.
Now, the healthy girl in her 30s is like, okay, you don't want anything. Okay, well, take care. That's one of my favorite lines. I will tell you to take care and get on. So
Yeah.
yes, I've done that. But it's funny when you tell them to take care, they'll come right back.
Or I wish you well with all your endeavors. May the good Lord bless and keep you, sir.
Yes, may bless and keep you.
And then they want to call you a prayer request. No, tell me to pray for you and your grandmother that's 93 because I am praying for you, sir.
Oh my God.
No, but seriously, sometimes I try to do that because at the end of the day, you like you said, you were in your 20s, but us in our 40s, why are we still doing that shit?
Yeah, no.
So Felicia, has that ever been your experience?
Me? No, I have never tried to. Y'all already know how I get
I
down.
know. I just had to ask.
But I do have a story that actually happened yesterday when I went to Papados. It was this guy. He was trying to sell me on we can be friends, and I was like, "Look, dude, it's about 50 single women up in here. I'm not interested. I'm not into you. I'm not interested." And you hate to be mean, but because you don't want to get shot, but you have to be.
Wait. What you mean? You don't want to get shot? What you mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
shot?
huh?
Like shot with a gunshot?
No, yeah, well, like shot with a gunshot. People have been getting killed for rejecting men. Yeah, some women have. I've heard stories. It's
No.
never happened. But he just kind of was getting upset with like, how do you know your husband being faithful? It's like it doesn't matter.
You're right. Why are you so pressed about what the hell my husband's doing?
I don't want to. And he was looking like Beetlejuice. Like, come on, man. No.
It's always them.
Yeah, those are my favorite. The delusional ones that actually think they fine. But yeah, no. It's like, no. If you was fine, you'd be hitting up one of these single women instead.
Yeah, and they know you married. Come on, sir. What?
Yeah, very obvious. But no, I don't press. I don't try to change nobody. I like who like me. That's just my. You gotta like me first. You don't like me, I'm good.
Right. And one thing I always say is if a man does not put in the same type of effort, especially now that I've learned, like I'm not, no, bye. And I am not, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pretend I don't like somebody. That takes too much energy because, now because if you show them you like them, then they're going to back away and then you back away. And then when you back away, he shows interest. Oh, how old are we? Who's doing that shit? No, you play games. I don't do that shit.
If they want you, they want you. If they don't, they don't. Like my friend, she talked to this guy, and one of the guys really, I could kind of tell by the conversation, really wasn't into her. And then she had another guy that sent her dollars that she's done nothing with, like nothing. So it's like, okay, well, he must be really into you, you know? I think if they want you, if they don't, they don't.
Exactly. Praise Yahweh, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but yeah, praise him.
Praise the Lord.
Yes. Now we want to go to CJ. As a man, CJ, why would you tell a woman that you want something with her, but you don't really mean that shit? Why?
Oh, because I wanted to clap. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I done told every lie in the book. I done, for what and you gotta understand now, I ain't saying it's right, but I'm just keeping it a trail, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're looking for, like for example, so y'all be seeing them little memes, when the girl be telling the dude like all the stuff like some dude done did, and then he like, baby, I never do you like that. Knowing damn well that's exactly what I'm trying to do. You like, what I'm saying? Like just sneaking and geeking. But seriously, I've always preached, I ain't saying it's right, but I've always done preach, like you gotta be real to a certain point, because playing with somebody like emotions and feelings, like that ain't really cool. You know what I'm saying? Eventually at one point, you need to go ahead and just tell her, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is what it is. Now, I'm just saying, you have some men, you have people and at this point, you have people in their 20s and their 50s and 40s, whatever, they gonna tell you whatever that you want to hear for whatever they got going on, so if you telling them about, I don't know, how you like to do this or like to do that, depending on, how heavy he trying to, rock with you, he's going to try to do exactly that. And I feel like that's the downfall, because you can't be somebody like you're not, you know what I'm saying? So if you want somebody that's, all about you, or you want somebody, for example, like if your love language or whatever is like, going on walks, and you got this big fat ass 300-pound dude that knowing damn well, he ain't took a walk a day in his life, but because he trying to get close, he's gonna be like, oh hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or on some real stuff, if you got a girl, you got like a lady that she just have a very exquisite taste, you know what I'm saying? Like she wants to go to, I don't know no real expensive ass restaurants, because I mean after Saltgrass, that's about how high as it gonna get. But but let's just say, if she want to go to some expensive restaurant, you gonna start off with a pace that you can't keep up with. So eventually, so I kind of feel like that's the reason why, some people just be capping, just be saying whatever, because they gonna try to do, what they trying to do to get close to you versus just being themselves,
So you can take it to Chicken Express.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, I got coupons and Groupons.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to decline.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He said Saltgrass. I mean, Saltgrass ain't bad.
Saltgrass not bad.
No, Saltgrass is good.
Actually, no, I know, but like when some people be talking about like Paris steak, I ain't never been to no Paris steakhouse, no nigga Sam. They be saying, oh, I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Hey, did he say nigga Sam?
Nick and Sam.
Nick and Sam's. Yeah, Nick and Sam. See, when they talking about, I'm like, okay, well. Hey, you got the wrong one. Gee, you better.
Yeah, they're not taking me to Chicken Express. I'm sorry. I'm taking myself to Chicken Express. I know I'm acting snooty, but no. Are you guys ready for the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on with
it. This gonna ruffle some feathers, but as the homegirl who loves you and wants to see you win, I'm gonna tell you one easy way to get your heart broke so you can avoid it. That is when that person that we like or have feelings for tells us they don't want to be with us, and we somehow get into our ego and think that we can change their mind. We get fixated on that person and we think, oh, if I cook or clean enough, they'll change their mind. If I screw them the way they like enough, they'll change their mind. If I just show them my worth and my value, they'll change their mind. And then when they don't, who's left with the hurt? It ain't them. Can they really shoulder the blame? They kept it real. They said, look, they're going to take whatever they can get from you. They're going to let you know where it's not going to go, though, but they'll take whatever you give them. Some may see the value, but I wouldn't use that as a strategy to pull nobody, at least not long term. So if that's you, take a moment to pause. You are much better and more worthy and deserving of having to jump through hoops for somebody who could care less. Again, homegirl loves you.
She said a lot. Who'd like to start first? Mika, we're gonna have you start first.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yes.
I think everybody, and I don't care what you said, you try to show somebody your value. Either whether it's, let me, like she said, I've been there where I was like, okay, they'll see the work, they'll see how I cook, or how I can, do this, or how I can do that, or how I can provide for myself. They'll see it, and then it'll change. Again, I think everybody has that story that they've told in their 20s. But if you can't see it right off, I'm not going to force you.
Right.
It's not, I refuse for you not to see how great I am and try to force myself upon you. I think that's crazy. And it doesn't matter if you could clean, sex them down, because he can get that from the next girl today if he wanted to.
Thank you. I just want to read this. Amanda says, we have to believe people. And it's true. When they show you or they tell you that they don't want something, you have to believe it. And if you get into a situation where you know the person is not looking for what you want, or sometimes you may not be looking for the same thing. Like say both of you want something casual, right? And then you realize, well, no, I want more. And you knew offhand that person didn't want that. You then have to make a decision of moving around because that person told you. To me, the beauty is in the honesty. At least they told you the truth from the beginning. So she said in the video, it's not their fault. It is not their fault.
No.
Man told you. And a lot of men won't tell you. At least they have the decency to tell you, I do not want something serious. I'm at this place in my life and I'm not looking for this. And then you have to make a decision as the woman now, because you're talking about men and women, about what you're going to do. Are you going to go down this road with this person? And then you say, okay, now I want more. And then you're like, listen, I can't do this anymore because I want a relationship or I want something. But your feelings are still going to be hurt because you've opened yourself up.
But Grace, the last point about that is I wouldn't want them to have to convince me to like them as well. It's vice versa. Right. So if you come to me and I'm like, no, I'm not that into it, and you try and you try and you try again, I don't think that's fair either. So vice versa.
Yeah, I agree. It's supposed to be on both ends. Yeah.
But to be fair, if I told somebody and I have that I'm really not that into you, I don't like wasting my time. But that's just, like, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm thinking I'm not wasting his time or my time. How can you find Mr. Right when you're spending time with Mr. Wrong? So why would I continue to be with somebody or keep company with somebody that I know? Women, we all have them. There are guys that like you, and you have absolutely no interest in this guy, but we waste our time and his time. So it's the same way. It's like for a man, you on the roster, like you trying. He already told you no. Well, she on the roster. If I get a dry spell, I give her a call because I know she like me. You
gotta keep them in rotation.
Yeah.
You won't have feelings for nobody.
Right.
I want to read some comments. Amanda says, yes, that's right. I appreciate the honesty. She also says, like the video, people will use you and waste your time if you allow them. That's a fact. If you allow them. So CJ, what was your thoughts on this video?
So my thoughts on the video, from what she made it seem like, she's talking as if a man already done told you their intentions. Right. And it kind of goes based off of, I remember, cause I be keeping up with, you know what I'm saying, with the Life Happen podcast. I remember like 12, 13 podcasts ago when we were talking about like self-esteem and, like women having that self-esteem. See, I've been paying attention. Like, I really give them no credit, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it comes to that whole self-esteem part, and I'm speaking like, I mean, I got a baby boy, but if I had a girl, still for my son, if somebody lets you know their intentions and you want something, then after that, the ball is on your court, it's in your court. However, I do understand human emotion. I do understand, you really want this person. he or she, you know what I'm saying, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on, they're just not acting right. They told you what it is, but I don't know, whatever you see, like we get that tunnel vision. And that don't happen. I feel like that don't happen to everybody. Like we all don't have somebody like they say, hey, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? But because either it's the way they look, they lifestyle, whatever they said, you know, you still feeling what he or she's putting down, even though they made their intentions clear. So I don't feel like, like that should be so shameful, but at the same time, you kind of got to grow up and you got to say, well, hey, he or she did let me know they ain't feeling me like that. So then that's when, you got to say, hey, either I'm going to stay with it or I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, do my own thing. That whole changing part, it don't really work. I do understand sometimes you do kind of got to put yourself out there a little bit, but not give them the whole pie. Like, don't give them 100%, give them about like 15, 10%. Like, hey, this could be what's happening if you act right. I could be doing this for you, if you act right. So, that's how I feel like how I get played. Because once, and I was told, and I don't know how true this is, I was just told this on my family, men, we get turned, and I'm paraphrasing a lot because it was a lot of words in there. But men, we get turned on by what we see. That's why we ask, man, let me see a picture. Let me see a picture. I ain't trying to hear what you're talking about. And then women, they get turned on by what they hear, the endless possibilities, the potential. Like, oh, you said we could, man, you said we could be up there? Hell yeah, we can be up there. We just gotta, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. So, but yeah, you gotta, hey, I tell homegirl she better move on. You know what I'm saying? Better do her own thing,
To
because
be honest, you're not wasting homegirl's time. Let me read one comment. And Rita says that's why one young man has 5 kids from 5 different women. A young lady believed that the guy loved her more than the others, only to find that he didn't. But nowadays you'll meet young ladies and they have several different baby daddies. Like, that is common.
I met this lady today that has 6 baby daddies, and she has 6 kids. I said, baby, by everybody you date, but I didn't say it, but I thought it.
I don't mean to be judgmental, and I'm not being judgmental. I'm just thinking about the unprotected sex with 6 different ninjas. Ooh, child. I'm thinking about pH. I'm thinking about possible diseases.
We as women, unfortunately,
Much.
not so much the girls growing up now, but I would say as I was younger, we kind of fantasized about being married, having a family, as just being a girl or a woman. We fantasize about that. And if we see a guy that checks all those boxes, or we end up getting pregnant by a guy that may not check those boxes, that may have said, hey, this is just a, what do you call it? Situationship, and we get pregnant by this guy, we really want that fantasy to be real, and we try to, oh well, we're having a baby, let's make this family. I think a lot of women fall into that, where that's when they're trying to change it up. If they already know that the guy is not interested, they was okay with the situationship, then you introduce a new variable, which is a baby, and they try to make that a relationship and showing them this is how our family could be.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Tony, we haven't heard from you, honey. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I mean, it does definitely go both ways. I know I'm very guilty of it, especially like I try to get that free dinner and stuff. I'm guilty of doing that. But I also, as I've gotten older, I've also stopped doing that, because first, I feel like what you put out there is what you give back. So that was number one. I was like, okay, I got to stop doing this, because I also was hurting a lot of people's feelings. So on my end, like, okay, I'm like, when I finally tell the truth, and it's like, hey, I'm just, I'm talking to someone else, this is this. They always get mad. And I don't want to say mad, but they get frustrated because you wasted their time.
Right.
So then I'll look back at that. And I'm like, ooh, that's right. Like, ooh, maybe, like I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. And when it has happened to me, my feelings were hurt, like my feelings were hurt. My little dignity was my confidence was like,
Right.
So, I just don't think it's good. It's not a healthy grown trait to lead anyone on. And as far as if they've already told you not to, just find somebody who will, because you're going to constantly always try to make that person like you. Always try to make that person like you. Always try to make and that person doesn't like you. Give up. Because then your feelings are gonna be hurt because the next person he's with, he's gonna like, and then you're really gonna get your feelings hurt because I did this for him, I did that. Now you're bitter. So for your own self, like don't even do it. Like that's ridiculous. There's so many men out here. Men are the easiest thing to get.
No, but where are you finding these men, sis?
Oh,
I mean, I just say good.
You can find any man. It's a bunch of good men.
Yeah, I said any man. I said men.
It's a bunch of them. That don't
It's
mean
a bunch.
Are they at, sis?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
quantity, not quality.
I got 2 comments to read. Amanda says on the side chick, she stays for years, all for the possibility. Maybe one day he will leave her for me. Oh, child, that's a fact. And Sonia says, hey sis, there are young women out there who do not have a problem sharing a man. They know before they start a relationship with him, he's messing around with multiple women. Why do so many women act this way? Ooh.
I've been told half a man is better than no man at all.
Oh no!
Go get your rose.
Not a rose.
I can't find mine.
Well, the problem, but it's becoming really, really popular. The poly relationships are becoming popular, where we are seeing it more. It's always been there, but we're actually seeing them more. Be more vocal about it. And my thing with all of that is there's got to be some jealousy involved in that. You can't tell me that there's no jealousy between 2 women with one guy, or 3, sometimes 3, 4 women with one guy, that there's no jealousy there.
He must be tired. And then they're normally unattractive and overweight. You ain't fine, sir. You cannot go like this.
I've seen some pretty nice looking ones too, though.
No, there was one I was watching. He was not fit at all. And those women were cute and fine. And I was like, I know your ass can't perform. There's no way. No way.
The only way I'll be okay with that is if they had a lot of money and I didn't have to worry about anything.
But they actually use, because I watched some stuff and they actually say it's a great arrangement. Like one woman was saying that came into the relationship, like, I don't struggle anymore. My kids, I always have to watch my kids. We share everything. And then they were having a family discussion where the one woman said she doesn't feel like she's connecting with him. Shut the front. Goodbye. You're not connecting him because he has a favorite, sis.
I was in a sales meeting, and it was 2 women and a man. And the way he introduced, he said, "This is my wife," and said her name, and that is her wife, and said her name. And so I was just like, oh, because I'm like, okay. Like, okay, whoa, okay, now I gotta refocus. It's about closing the deal right now. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Oh, okay, nice to meet you all, And I was just like, really, like, I was just kind of like, okay. But the way he introduced it, like, it wasn't her. So then, of course, after we closed the deal and whatnot, got a little bit more personal about it. The wife told me that was her choice because she knew how to satisfy her in ways that he didn't, and so that was a must in a marriage. And they all 3 of them were very well off. They were all like, one was a doctor, one was a lawyer, and the other one was like a nurse practitioner.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and they were foreign too, so I was like, wow, I was really off guard on that.
Yeah, like been happening, but they're just more vocal about it now.
Right. Yeah. And so that when they just like they presented it to me like, oh, I'm like, oh. Like, okay.
But if a man is not into you, he's just not into you. And it's hard to check. That's one of those situations where you see those men that are dating these women for 6 years, leave her and marry somebody else in 6 months.
Listen.
And scene, oh my God. Mm-hmm. You're like, what in the devil?
Right.
He wasn't, you were just enough for that amount of time.
Right. You
if a man really likes you, he's gonna marry you, he's gonna settle down, and he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to hold you down.
Right. Yes. He's just not into you. Because it's true though. Like I feel like she was the placeholder. The woman was a placeholder. Exactly. You were just waiting to find that right person. I have another comment.
But it all back to what CJ said, and I agree with him 1,000%, is self-esteem. If you such low self-esteem, you'll still. I mean, after to me being grown, after 7 or 8 months, I would assume I'm not dating. But you want to know what are we doing? Like where is this going?
Asking this question, women don't need to be asking that question because the minute you ask, "What are we?" you ain't shit. Let's be for real. I shouldn't have to ask you because if the man dictates that we're going to be in a relationship, if I'm asking, that means you don't want me. You don't. If I gotta ask,
by that point, I mean, you should know, or something should be. Oh, what we,
established.
When do we go together? Date? We get ready to get married? I mean, what are we doing? Because at my big age, I couldn't imagine just dating. No, I don't have 5 years to give nobody. I don't even have 2 to give nobody. So I can't imagine. Even growing up, I knew a lady that was with this guy for 30 years dating, and they got married. And I told my mama they been shacking for 30 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I have 2 comments I need to read. And Rita says, a woman knows when a man, when a man is not into you. Some women will try to buy his love and a few will let him go. As for me, I could always tell, so I walked away. She also says, many years ago, I dated this guy for a few months until one day he told me that woman he normally talks to give him money and buy him gifts. I exposed him out my front door. For real, though. And buy you gifts. We're not buying you gifts. I feel you, Auntie. I would live his. I ain't buying you.
I ain't gonna lie. If I really like him, I will. I can't lie about that.
Is that love language?
I think so.
You said you will buy him, or you will let him buy you?
Both. I mean, both. Usually, because I usually don't ever get involved with someone who's not going to do it both ways. But yeah, once I start really liking somebody, like my love language is buying stuff.
Okay, so let me ask you this: has he already bought you a gift first?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I'm not crazy.
Okay.
I ain't crazy. Like
I get that because we're not doing that. I like relationships that reciprocate, right? That without
and if that's her love language, that's how she does it.
Yeah, that's true. So the question
I saw this today and I thought of you, so I got it.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, yeah, that's how I feel. If I see something like, I'll get it. Like, hey, I got this for you today because I thought of you. And then
that is sweet. That is sweet. Yeah, I'd rather cook for you.
Did you like this?
So CJ, do you buy gifts first or do you receive gifts?
Man, say, hey, this the wrong person to ask. Nah. Hey, no. Hey, you know what? Hey, like real talk, and just just bear with me. I do, but it's just you have to understand from my standpoint. I'm not just used to just saying, oh, here. No. Actually, I take that back. Actually, hey, since the money done got a little better, probably now I'm, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But before, shit, I'm out here working at.
Who's in the room with you? Because we want to know who's with you.
Oh, you. Man, this my chair right here. Oh, my son in the other room. He listening to George.
Anyway, let me not get in your business. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, real talk. Like, when the money wasn't right, then that got to take some time. Now, maybe now it's a little bit more common. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we can do that. But you do have some men. I mean, that's just I'm starting to realize like that's a real life like love language. Like they starting out at Nick and Sam's. Not nigga and Sam's, Nick and Sam. They starting off going on a vacation. I'm like, damn, y'all just, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
but
CJ, do you buy flowers though? Do you buy a lady flowers?
Yeah. No, cause flower, man, what? Oh, I can flower $30, man. It can get you the whole bouquet. Flowers, that go a long way. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I've been skating, just all flowers. Here you go. Hit you with here you go. Go ahead. Yeah, hey, just leave that on there you go, baby. That's all for you.
I'm gonna give you a tips, and the next time, go ahead and trim the stems and go buy you a dollar vase from the Dollar Tree. And it looks like you really did something.
Yeah.
Hey, the flowers in the car go a long way. Just you know, and you got with the you know, you were just on my mind, so I just want to just.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God!
You know, there you go. There
We
you
all
go.
no, knocking on. We don't want to hear that shit.
I love it. I love it. I love it when it's flowers. That's like that is so sexy to me. That is my love language.
Hold on. So you see how the other two was like, hell nah, you can't do that for me. But the one was like, yeah, you can. See, there we go.
No,
you know?
we said don't hit us with that line. I like
okay.
I like a good car with you expression how you feeling, and I find it in the car. Give me some tips, TJ. And it just happened to be in the car.
So let me ask you this. So say if you're seeing somebody, right, and you know that the relationship's not going to go anywhere, wouldn't it be safe to say that even though you may like that person, you should be dating other people?
Yes.
Okay.
But why am I with them?
You're clear. If you say, look, I'm not into you like that, you know, they should already know that you moved on. I mean, I would assume they would date other people, wouldn't you?
Right. I mean, that should be you should. I mean, you shouldn't be putting all your energy into one person.
It's not going anywhere. Absolutely. I'm not even gonna be with you. We're not even gonna hang. To me, I'm not gonna hang out with you. We're not gonna do anything. So if I'm not into you, we're not hanging. We're not talking on the phone. We're not going to get dinner. I can feed myself. I can communicate with other people, and I can chill with my homies. I don't need you for any of that.
Yeah, I don't want you to buy.
Take advantage.
Right. I don't want you to buy me nothing because it's like if you tell a person that and then they go out and they buy you this stuff, that you know, it's like it starts getting complicated.
Okay, I need to read this comment. And Rita says, time is one thing you'll never get back. So I don't want to waste my time on a guy that I know that's not.
Exactly.
I prefer to be alone than hurting. I think if you know somebody's not into you, like at all, and you chasing them, that would really increase anxiety. That would create wars.
Yeah.
I can't imagine feeling like that. Like everybody wants to be chosen, right? You want to be the first pick and you want to be chosen. And to feel like you're not being chosen, and every time you see that person, you feel like it's like, to me, you are glutton for punishment. Like we're doing this shit over and over and over, and the man don't want you.
That's like that one time I kept stalking and chasing that trainer that worked out at my gym that used to take his shirt off and do pull-ups. I kept embarrassing myself trying to get his attention.
Oh Lord.
How old were you?
This is recent, like
yesterday.
I mean, hey.
It
was the muscles. Like I didn't want to give up. It was called, you know, sometimes if you're persistent, it works.
Oh my God, no. I don't care if it's his muscles. I don't give a listen.
I don't even believe that a person like that should be your friend. You know, because that's what guys will be like, well, can we be friends? That's just code word for give me some more time.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. A disclaimer, he never gave me the time of day. I never even spoke to him. Never even spoke to him.
I don't give a muscles.
No, so hold on. So that whole line of can we be friends? I'm not gonna lie. I have never ever in my life said that. But I used to. But when people used like when girls you tell me like, yeah, he asked me to be friends. I never believed it because I'm like, there's no way another man. Let me clean it up. You know, another man gonna ask, can we be friends? I'm like that sounds a little weird. Like asking, hey, can we just be friends?
They ask, DJ.
Oh no, they ask.
If they're trying to, especially if they're trying to change your mind, they'll ask to be your friend.
But hold on though. They wait. Men will wait until you're single to jump in. I don't believe men and women can truly be friends. I mean, try that. Listen, it doesn't work.
No,
because you're gonna want
but the circumstances are so extra. Like they can't be physically attracted or sexually attracted to you
Yeah.
at all.
They
And
gonna,
Yeah.
that's
I
like,
mean, they gonna get attracted because I have friends that male friends that I'm not attracted to at all.
right.
I do too, Grace. I got a couple, yeah.
Yeah, you in the friend zone. Because once you're in the friend zone, you're coming out the friend zone. You staying there for life.
Oh no, some of them believe that they can get out that friend zone.
No, you're not, sir.
They haven't met Grace.
But I mean, most of that left the friend zone for real, quote unquote, for real, and
No, you
really
in the
in
friend
that
zone.
role, they think they can get out of that friend zone.
Never.
Because some of them, but you'll never hear from them no more. You know.
No, but some will hold on though. Some will hold on for dear life. Like you ever seen a baby clutching rice or clutching your hair and they go, that's how they are. And you but if I gotta keep reminding you, hey guy, we are not ever gonna go there, then I can't be friends with you because now you can start making me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. You know.
Well, hold on now. I have no, hold on. No, hold on. No, I'm just saying, no,
Don't get yourself in trouble, CJ.
No. I'm thinking, no. See, because it started out when somebody was saying, like, you know what? You know, if every guy was like you, shit. I mean, I don't know why you. You talking about why we gotta be like me? I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? But but like no, yeah, But if a woman truly put her in her head like that's your friend, But I do, however, not for all, but for some, I do feel like the ones that just be looking like, dang, my male best friend, he doing good in life, man. He doing this, that, and the third. He's doing all the shit I wish my nigga can do, but he ain't doing it. And the male friend, like, you know what? Hey, so they hit you with that. They hit you with that. Me personally, Grace, I would never treat you like that. I would have did something differently. And then before you know it, hey,
I'm sure you
Predators. They're waiting for the opportunity. They can sit and wait. They can
They
date
some
4
sharks.
5 other women, and they can be sitting and waiting in the friend zone.
Yup.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a friend right now that I had to kind of stop really talking to. Because I was like, nah, guy. Because I'm like this. If we discuss something and this is what we're gonna do and what we're not gonna do, that's what the hell we're gonna do and what we're not gonna do.
Right.
So when you try to change up shit, I'm looking at you like, oh, why are we doing this now? Because I've already put you in a category. It's like we all in our minds categorize people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ain't coming back from that. So let me read some comments, guys. And Rita says, I don't give a shit. How much I like a guy. I will and have walked away. My peace is more important than his bullshit. I agree. And then Theo says, rush is addictive and people get addicted to the feeling. Yes, they do. You know what we get addicted to as well? We want those relationships, right? We want to be wanted. We want to be chosen. So in this mind as women, even men do this too, though. We have these fantasies and our feet are not on the ground. And I feel to avoid this kind of nonsense, you have to remind yourself once in a while, go outside, put your toes in the grass, okay? And remind yourself, this is not what it is. And then move away from it. Now, it may sound simple and people may say, well, my feelings are involved. Okay. So you want to feel disrespected. You want to feel not chosen and wanted. The worst thing in the world is to feel not chosen. And sometimes even family can make you feel not chosen. So if family can make you feel not chosen, can you imagine a romantic person making you feel that way? The hell?
Yeah. I just kind of operate in the fashion of if I don't want to be treated like that, I'm not going to treat somebody like that. Right. So if I'm not into you and I say that but you still pursue, I have to draw the line. And I would hope somebody would do that to me. If they're not into me, but I feel like something else is going on, I would hope they'd be like, hey, homegirl, not you. Yeah. So I'm not going to waste my time. So I don't know. I just kind of operate in that vein.
I have a really good comment I want to read. Amanda says, I have male friends, but we never dated. That's not been my experience, child. They be trying. Theo says most men who are your friends will not date or approach simply because they know too much about you. I never thought about that, but that's true though. When they know all your business,
They
and
know all the business.
vice versa. Omega says, "This
And at that
hello,
point,
beautiful self." Hey,
too,
and
they
says,
know too much. They know what you like, what you
right.
don't like, what
And
turns you on, what turns you off. That's
and
strategy.
asking the question.
Yo,
Yep,
yo,
exactly.
hey, yo, Felicia, you speaking fast. I'm trying to let you know. Hey, the male
Strategy.
best friend is dangerous hell. Hey, I'm all it really starts off with is I would have never did you like, girl, tell me what he did. Matter of fact, girl, come over and let's talk about what this fuck nigga done did. Come over here. Before you know it, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
if you was my girl,
my girl,
Yeah.
hey. Hell no.
That's a dangerous best friend, baby.
Thank you.
very.
I want to console you, rubbing your feet and shit. Nah, baby. You tell
Hey, you try to come over his house. Hey, the nigga got the red lights pop. He got the candles. Hey, come on in, best friend. Girl, I would have never did that. That's wild. Come on through.
Got your favorite meal ready, and you like,
no, that's funny.
Wear your favorite cologne. Don't mess up and tell him, I like that cologne. I bought my man this cologne. Wearing your favorite cologne.
Wearing that shit every day. Hey, I got your favorite song playing. Oh, this my song. This that Keith Sweat. Yeah, that's that Keith. Yeah, all that.
Oh, I know you like lemon drops, baby. Here.
oh, Felicia, don't give me no lemon drop. It's over.
Okay. I know what you like.
Or Stella Rose of Peach.
Grace, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid now.
But they know what you like, and it's really dangerous. It really is.
Okay, y'all. I gotta tell you the story. When I was fresh from the boats, I was fresh from Africa, right? I was in college. I met this guy. We became good friends. He was not attractive. I did not like him. Real talk. But we became really good friends. So at the time, I was living with my brother, and he came over, and we were sitting on the couch. And this man was rubbing my feet. And I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Hey, how old was I? I was 19, y'all. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought we were like really good friends until after that. Then he tried to and then my brother told me, "What the hell are you doing?" That man was rubbing your feet. I'm like, "So we friends." That was not even dumb. After that, this man said, "Hey, can you introduce me to another South African?" So I did, right? And then they went on a date. He came back. He's like, "She don't look like you though. All Africans don't look the same, guys." Like, oh, okay. I shouldn't have hooked him up, but I need to cut him loose because this was not. Anyway, fast forward, he gets married, right? We lose contact. So one day I'm driving. I'm married now at this point. I'm driving through the neighborhood. And guess who I see? My old friend. And I'm so excited to see him. Well, I parked that car. I ran up to him. I'm like, what's it? Let me give you another name. I'm like, Billy. I run and I jump into his arms. And guess who's standing there? His wife. I know it was his wife. I didn't know the man was married. Never saw him again after that.
Oh.
I wonder why.
I was so dumb. But he was a really good friend, though. But what I'm saying is, what I learned from that is that for me, I can't. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. It hasn't worked for me.
Hey, so, and I mean, this might be a facetious question if I even use that term correctly. I just started reading books and shit.
Listen.
That's your facetious question.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Lancaster type shit. You know what I'm saying? No, hold on. Okay, so vice versa. If you have a man that has a girl best friend, how y'all feeling about that? Like, could that even be a thing, or not really?
I have a few questions. Have they ever dated before? How long have they been knowing each other?
Yeah,
Is she married? Are we about to be married? Like, I just have. And are we on this group text message together?
Together. Yeah.
Like, I have a few
No.
questions.
I had a real bad experience with that, and no, never.
Okay.
This was before I got married. My the guy that I was dating, he had a best friend. They never dated, but I could tell she liked him.
See,
Because I would always say, "Hey, why don't you ask your friend Rhonda? I got this guy." Oh no. I threw a birthday party for him. Well, not really. You know how like back in the day you met up at the club and that was your birthday party?
yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
hey, she gonna come up to the club for your party? And he's like, no, she didn't want to come because I was gonna be there. And I was like, she like you. And he was like, no, she don't. I said, yes, she do. She want to be with you. And he's like, my friend, this is my homegirl. No, it's not. She like you. And not a month after I broke up, they started going together.
Yep.
After we broke up, they started going together.
Maybe she was
I trust
waiting.
girl friends,
Yep.
period. Friend girls, whatever. No. I wish my husband would.
I know
Y'all
that's
was
right.
just on TV. No man. Why would a woman need to have a relationship with my husband? I'm his best friend. I'm toxic. I'm telling you right now, I'm toxic. I don't play like that.
And then what
I'm
are they
very
talking about that he can't talk to you about?
Oh.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
you're not gonna play in my face like that.
no
Because
man saying you gonna
And
get
if
her
you
hurt,
can't,
both of y'all gonna be hurt.
and if you can't talk to her like that, well, you don't need to talk to me like that.
And that's because then when you're having an argument, just going to confide to her and she's consoling him. Console your mammy. No, sir.
Bingo. That's the problem. Cause see, that's how people, spouses get took with these best friends and these friends outside the marriage. Oh, if you was my husband, you such a good man, and I don't know why she treats you like that. You were so. Oh, I wish I had a man to treat me like that. Man, you do all that. Me, golly. Oh, you sexy though. I know I'm not supposed to be saying that, but you really are sexy.
Yeah, hey, that's the line right there, Kim. No, Kim,
That's it.
I'm sorry, Felicia. Yeah,
Believe-
hey, that's the line right there. Yeah, that's the line right there. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but you
Right.
low key, boy.
Yeah.
I say, and if you got a weak nigga, oh shit, he taking the bait. He
Especially think about it. He talking to her. We ain't had sex all week, so now okay, they ain't had sex.
Yep.
Okay, so now she's tripping. Okay, so I'm not really tripping. So when he come over, I'm gonna have my little t-shirt on that's tight, and I'm gonna have my shorts on, and I'm gonna have my legs open so we can talk. No. No, ma'am.
She did the whole rundown.
You're not about to play in my face. You're not about to play in my face.
And I don't like that too. Especially when the woman knows this and then you're talking to me like we homegirls, I'll beat your ass. You don't fight for real.
I'd much rather deal with the mistress sneaking around than a woman like that.
Yeah.
She blatantly sit and smile up in your face while she trying to get your man. And then I don't know how it just happened. Nah, bitch, it didn't just happen. You made it happen.
Hey, that's the first time I heard you say, I like this. I like this. Real talk.
No.
Hey, she gonna turn it up.
One thing you're not gonna play with is Felicia Man. That's what she just told me.
So I remember and actually this is a shout out to you, Mika, on the Queen 3 and King episode. See, cause I be watching, I be peeping, I got like a little notebook. I be peeping the game. I be trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I remember, like, I think that was a talking point y'all had, and I don't know which one it was. Probably one of your sisters was King. I ain't gonna, but I think you said something like, when y'all can y'all do things as a group? Because when y'all try to do things on your own separately, I think that's kind of when the problems can start. If y'all really best friends, like like women, like girl and boy best friends, y'all should be able to do, like, okay, so let me bring my wife. Oh, let me bring.
Right.
Oh, you know what? No. Yes, that's what I remember. The episode was can a married man be friends with a single girl or something like that?
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember you saying, or whatever was saying, the line is crossed is when y'all start doing things on your own versus, hey, let me bring my wife, let me bring my husband if it's this, that, and the third. So I think that's a real thing as well, because the moment y'all start spending some time a little bit too much exclusively, just like how Felicia said, just like how Megan and then Grace, what is you talking to your girl best friend about that you can't talk to your wife about? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of when it starts getting messy.
She our best
friend. Right.
Someone on IG has a question. They said, how do you all explain friends' meaning? You don't agree with us, okay? So how do you all explain friends' meaning?
Somebody you can confide in, somebody you trust, a person that you have common interest with. Y'all can hang out together. That's what a friend is to me. Advice, you get advice from that person. You have you actually have a different type of relation. It's a relationship. It's like you have the only thing that makes a marriage to me different is sex. It's like you have sex because you can have friends that live together and they're just platonic friends. So the only thing that separates that is the sexual, the intimacy, and the law. I mean, the legal part of it. But no, you certain things of a relationship. To me, that's what a friendship is.
Agreed.
And then he also says everyone you have met, as you say, met was a friend.
Nah, because I already know what I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to do that to my friend.
No.
I mean, I've met many men that I don't want to be friends with.
Right.
Right.
I was like, dude is, hey, I don't want to be his friend. Or meet somebody and you're not friends or not.
A lot of common interests. I mean, we have interests that are in common. Like if we like to go see a movie or Netflix or something, but for the most part, we don't have those. To me, a lot of common interests. Can you have male friends? Yes, but I don't think we have enough common interests.
Exactly.
He also says, I believe everyone starts off as friends we have talked to. Very soon when you meet a man or you meet a woman, if you kind of attracted to them or not. Sometimes attraction grows, but we're too old for this shit. We know.
Right.
We ain't.
Yeah.
I can tell you a friend that I want to be with, and I can tell you a friend that I am attracted to.
Right.
So it's a huge difference. Of course, we're gonna be friends, but if you can see yourself with this person, you're like, okay, hold on now.
Yeah.
Like, we're not.
We're not doing that.
We're not. And so my question, because we're gonna have to end soon. How does a man? Well, because it's about men and women, like woman, men. How do women avoid this? How do we avoid this? How do we safeguard our hearts? Because we are more emotional. How do we keep ourselves out of these spaces?
Avoid intimacy. Don't.
I would say just be honest with yourself. I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be up to you and your mindset. But I think that again, a lot of us, when we're younger, we don't realize that we're making those decisions or that we're doing that because we're not aware. Now that we're older, we learn through life lessons, and then now there's podcasts talking about stuff like this. But I think that just really being self-aware and working on the fact, trying to learn some stuff. That's the only way to avoid it, because I mean it's gonna happen if you're not aware of it.
I think you're right. It's gonna happen if you're not. I just feel like people are not honest with themselves.
Right.
We lie to ourselves because we want to feel good. That dopamine hit. When you get that text message and the dopamine hit, like, honey.
But it's like avoiding the intimacy, like the rubbing of the feet, the famous massage, that type of thing. When you give me a massage, you already know that.
Felicia, I was 19 and dumb as hell.
Anytime somebody want to rub or do massage, that's intimate. That's like in your space. When you start exchanging, touches.
No, we never.
Felicia, from 18 to about 20, that was the go-to move. I can get real good massages. You got the little lotion, and you woo! Before you know it,
Okay, y'all.
I'm with Felicia on that. Avoid intimacy, and when somebody tells you something, go ahead and believe them. If they show you and they tell you, leave it alone.
Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely.
So I have some comments to read, guys. And Rita says, be honest with the most of all, be honest with yourself. Rise Up and Live Close says, try to just don't lead people on and be honest. And that's the thing. Because, like Felicia was saying, people are shooting people out here like nothing.
Yeah.
Don't be playing with people's emotions and feelings. People are out here being hurt so many times, and they're going to say, I'm going to show this mother sucker over here. I'm going to shoot her straight in her head because she played with me or he played with me.
Exactly.
But a lot of the times when you keep people around like that, it's ego. It's like, not interested, but it makes you feel some kind of way. I think we kind of touched on this earlier. Makes you feel good about yourself. Well, he really want me, but girl, I ain't trying. I'm not feeling him. So why are you still allowing him in your space? That's just for your ego.
Yep.
Yes, and you probably need a dopamine hit because you've been feeling poor about yourself, and the one you really want you can't get because he don't want you.
Right.
Here comes a replacement, and his dumbass is going to be replaced.
Yeah, thank you, Lord.
God. Anyway, I got so much I want to say, but I'm not. I'm behaving myself. So are those all our final thoughts? So the final thought, guys, be honest, and most of all, be honest with yourself. Okay, because your thoughts in your head are the last things that you have in your mind before you go to sleep. And I hate it when women are like, anyway, so unrealistic about shit. Okay. What about you want to high value? Let me stop. Let me tell us that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Hey, we love you guys. Damn, she just.
Damn, she just.
What?
Tonya.